Hi Capricorn, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is an energy reading, so it is appropriate for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I recommend that you take a peek at your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign video anyway, since it's energy that's going to be greatly impacting you. You might as well get sort of an insight into it. There's always an extended reading for those of you who want a deeper insight and more specifics and more personal style reading. That link is always below this video. If you really love this video, please do show your love by sharing the love and sharing this video to your social media platforms, and give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel right below, and then click that bell, hitting all notifications so that you know when I upload your favorite content. I upload Capricorn Tarot every single Wednesday between 8 and 9 a.m. over on LA time, the Pacific Coast. So over on the East Coast, that's around lunchtime between 12 and 1, and over in Western Europe, that's around 5 to 6 p.m. around dinner time. Of course, I hope everybody all around the world gets to enjoy the video at the time that's right for them. Let's go into your reading, Capricorn. Remember, I'm going to start general, Capricorn. I'm going to start general, but then I'll break things down into love, finances, financials, and career. And financial and career is very different, because finances means money, honey, money. But career means, you know, what you're doing with your life and what you're building out into the world. So let's start. There's a lot of abundance here, because the first card that came out is the Empress. And the Empress, the good news about the Empress is that she rules the 3D domain, which means this is earthly abundance. And Capricorn, that's kind of where we are right now, aren't we? We're looking at Virgo season, and Virgo season reminds us that we have to cultivate if we want abundance, and we have to work at things. But at the same time, you have a lot to work with, at least in terms of your clarity and your purpose, in terms of which direction you want to head, in terms of maybe fights or struggles that you have been having difficulty with for a while. This is triumph and success over them, because they come out with the 5 of Cups, meaning that there has been a connection to the past about these struggles, about these tribulations, things about the past that you thought you'd never get over, or you thought you'd never understand why they're happening to you, and yet here you are, you've got the clarity, because this is all very good news. There could be some sort of information, because the Ace of Swords is about communications, so there could be some information or heads up that's coming into you about a situation that you didn't understand or were finding it very difficult to let go of. But ultimately, the way this trifecta is appearing is, I feel like you have now, isn't it? Oh my God, isn't it a wonderful, okay, give me a second. Isn't it a wonderful day when you get to actually step back and see, oh my God, my life is going to be good. My life has really changed. My life, I have what I've prayed for. It has arrived, and it takes us some time. First of all, it takes time to manifest that shit into reality, correct? It takes time, and it takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of hardship, and it takes a lot of perseverance, you know, tenacity. Basically, the choice, making the choice continuously that even when you don't see it happening, that somehow it is going to happen, and to continue on the focus of your energy, right? But to actually be able to stand back and see from a distance, I have what I used to not have. I'm now noticing and like seeing that there are things in my life that I once just prayed for, right? This could, for some of you, be that you're not seeing that you have it, because you're too stuck on this incessant need for it to be perfect and it to look exactly like you imagined it to look. Some people are still just too focused on the past. But I can tell you this right now, because this is your fucking wake-up call. If you're one of those people, Capricorn, if you're one of those Capricorns, wake the fuck up, because your abundance is sitting right there in front of you. You actually have what you've prayed for. And if you're If you're still feeling paranoid about it or worried about it, it's because you're just not noticing it, or you're not focusing on all that you actually have. It's not that you don't actually have it. Like, it's like the universe is actually kind of trying to wake you guys up and say, if you're actually still suffering here, it's you. It's self-induced, because honestly, it's all right there for you. I was right here. It's right here. You either that, or you're a hell of a lot closer, because this is coming up in real time. Look at this, the Lovers. A lot of this has to do with a connection between people, maybe being around the right people, being around great friends, having great friends. The Lovers is, of course, also a special friendship, a friendship that tends to be love, a perfect, harmonious love and romance, maybe that you have prayed for or wished for, and well, now it's coming true. This could also be a week of like really good energy for you to meet somebody, or for that person to come into your life. We have the Strength card here, which means wrestling with your fears and having courage. You know, I got an email, Capricorn, from somebody that's like, I am very afraid. I was like, that's good that you're afraid, because the only time that you can be brave is when you're afraid. There's no such thing as courage without fear. It's when you feel fear that you have the opportunity to be brave. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. Because it is in the presence of fear that bravery happens. Bravery happens when you face fear and you're like, but I'm gonna move forward anyway. You know, even if my hands are shaking and my knees are quaking, I'm gonna keep walking forward. And so that's the act of faith, and that's the act of courage, right? And so look at what this is. You had the strength to move forward to a new beginning, and that strength, that tenacity, is what brought you here, which is, this is new. This is inspiration. This could be a new romance that, like I said, it depends on where you're at in your life right now. But definitely this is a new beginning to something beautiful, right? Hold on. A new beginning to, like I said, something beautiful is about to happen here. And in some cases, some way, Capricorn, it might take you a lot of strength to be able to hold it and accept it. The presence of the Five of Cups is telling me a lot, because it's saying that a part of you knows that it's here, but a little part of you is a little bit scared to grab onto it and to acknowledge that it's here, you know, because maybe there's been disappointment in the past, right? There's just been a little too much, like there's been hope. Maybe you've gotten your hopes up a lot. What are the major challenges here for Capricorn? Boys, good God, guys, you are ready for this. You are ready for that. I think that's the problem. That's the problem, right? We've talked about this before. The last step is always the most difficult. You've read The Alchemist, right? The last step is always the most difficult, because it's preceded by complacency. Do you hear the wind chimes? That's a message of love and support coming through. There's also sirens. It's an indication of angels around you. So you're supported preternaturally, supernaturally, spiritually. You're surrounded by people that are on your side, by spirits, angels, ancestors that are on your side. So that's the message that you need to know this message, and that is that they are on your side. They are loving you. They have prayed for this for you, and they have contrived to put this in your life, and here it is. Here is the delivery. Don't look at this gift with lack of gratitude, because here it is. You have worked on this. You have worked very hard for what you are receiving or what you see in your life right now. And listen, nothing looks exactly the same as it looked in your fantasy. Because in your fantasies ain't real. You know, fantasies, real is what? 3-dimensional, right? We're actually on a 4-dimensional plane. The 4th dimension is time. But awareness. Understand something you need to pay attention to right now is you are ready for this, Capricorn. You have worked very hard for it. You know how to handle it. This package has arrived at the time when you could be strong enough to pick it up. So it's ready. You're poised with deep knowing, a deep understanding. And deep knowing and understanding comes from wisdom. And wisdom comes from experience. Can you just sit for a second with me and receive? You know, I just heard this, that you could in some ways be reacting to a huge, emergency in the beginning of this week or in the beginning of this energy. An energy that, and you know why it's happening to you? It's happening to you to shake you awake and make you not miss the fact that you're blessed. It's not going to destroy things. It's actually going to heighten the pleasure of things, because it's going to feel like everything is tumbling down. Everything isn't tumbling down. It's waking you up to realize just what you've built. Because I think without that happening, without this thing happening, you might have missed it, to be totally honest with you. You might have 1111. You might have missed it. But this occurrence is just going to make sure that you haven't missed it, that you will not miss out. That's what's going on. And if you watch the weekly astrology forecast, you can find it on Astrology Motivation. That's my second YouTube channel. Please go check that out, and please, if you will, go subscribe over there too. The weekly astrology forecast gives you a day-by-day, play-by-play, Capricorn, of the energies that are, of the planetary energies that are going to be affecting all of us in general. And if you see at the beginning of this week, it's kind of a shit show, to be honest with you. And it's shaking us. It's shaking us to wake us up, to make us aware of the strength that we actually have, or the blessings that we actually have. And so whatever the chaos and craziness that you're feeling or going through at the beginning of this week, there's a massive surge of power that's coming through toward the end of this week. So I want you to focus right now on faith, because all of the cards have landed in your favor. FYI, Capricorn. Base chakra, fulfillment of wishes. The fact that these two came out simultaneously means this is fulfillment of wishes that you've had since you were a child. Their base chakra dreams, aspirations, and goals. You have had the strength to peel off the layers of your pride and your ego and get to what it is you really wanted. And what does that mean? A lot of times with Capricorn, that means realizing fourth house energies are very important to them, wanting to take care of family, wanting to take care of friends, instead of constantly obsessing about making more money or being a success. It's like being able to prioritize your heart space over your head space, prioritize your happiness over your ambitions. All of those things are at the very root of who you are. They speak to how much you love and how you love. The truth, the very base of who you are. And this is what's coming true. It's the fulfillment of your root chakra wishes, of what's really right for you and really healthy for you. And I feel like this is like the long way home for you guys in a lot of ways. And a lot of Capricornian energy is very successful later on in life. Capricornian energy, it seeks to make things difficult for itself because it has to feel like it's earned something. And so ultimately I feel like this is the turning point. This is that you've gotten over the hump, you've gotten over the pinnacle, and this is that easy ride down the hill right straight into the gates of abundance. And yeah, what is it that you've always wanted? I'm not saying that everybody's becoming a millionaire or maybe that's because that's not what we all want, right? But this is definitely like getting to understand at the very least, Capricorn, with the Ace of Swords here, poised and deep knowing here. Now you finally know what you want. Like, think of that scene from The Notebook. I actually can't stand that movie, but it's that scene where Ryan Gosling is talking to, what's her name, Rachel, I forget, the two main characters. He's like, what do you want? What do you? And she just can't even say it. She's so lost in her head and what makes other people happy. She can't fucking say, what do I want? Well, this is the day that you can finally say what I want. You are clear on what you want now. And if you, another famous scene from a movie, As Good as It Gets, when Greg Kinnear's character said, don't you know how lucky you are? You know what you want. Now you just go get it. So many people are lost, Capricorn, bumping their asses around, not responding to their heart space. You now have clarity as to what it is that's really most important to you, so you can focus all your energy there. And that is a blessing in and of itself. But for most of you, you are actually receiving what it is you want. Let's go into love, career, and money. Love. Let's start off with love. Capricorn, love. There's a new love offer or love being offered to you. There's somebody who's romantic and romantically interested in you, or love just keeps coming your way. This is the Knight of Chalices. This is you. The devil energy. Happy birthday, Doug Denny. The devil energy is usually fear. But here, honey, it's not. It's you. The devil card represents you. This is love coming into the 3D earthly realms. This is the reality of love. You know, it's like the romantic version of love versus the reality of love. So this is going over your obligations and maybe when it becomes not so fun, but it's also beautiful because it's real. It's like at one point all love has to get real, and this is kind of like what it is. The love gets real, but this is you. You know, the devil card for anybody else, but this is your card. Oh shit, and wands, things are speeding up. I'm telling you, especially if you're single, get ready. Happy birthday, Michelle Sandegate. Get ready, because there are lots of opportunities and lots of offers coming your way. People definitely want you. You sexy as right now, Capricorn. Or it's you that's making the offer of love to somebody. Why? Because think of the general energy. Now you know what the fuck you want. Now you know who the fuck you want. Now you know what's going to make you happy. Capricorn, this is you either getting what you want or finally knowing what you want so that you can go after what you want when it comes to love. Who, when, where, I'll answer those questions over in the extended. Ooh, money. And I know you guys, it's important. So let's get into money. Oh, what the fuck is this? In the past? Oh, good. You've overcome some money issues that had happened in the past, or maybe I think this is just a sense of overcoming, especially fears about money that you maybe grew up with, right? So this could be, I told you that a lot of you kind of blossom when you're an adult, right? Because it's almost like Capricorns, it's like they're never kids type of thing. So it's like when you guys become adults, it's like you actually come into your actual full self, where you find that everybody else is caught up with you. In terms of money, there could have been some serious money struggles in the past while you were growing up, and you're finally overcoming them. You're finally at a place in your life where you don't fear them, or you don't feel like you're getting comfortable with not having to stress over the shit that used to worry you. This is 5 of Pentacles. This is having no money at all. So you could have overcome poverty or overcome the fear of poverty. I feel like it's overcome both. And look, check this out. This is the 3, anxiety. You have had anxiety regarding finances. Nothing indicates, well, the 5 of Pentacles is usually losing everything. But if this is surrounded by the 9 of Swords in reverse and then the 3 of Swords in reverse, all of your fears and stress about poverty is starting to leave you, starting to go away. Why? I think because it's something that you love, or because you're taking control of your finances, you're taking control of your life, you're big boss bitch. And bottom line is, now you're starting to generate money of your own. You have it. You're recognizing that you have it. And then you have Hanged Man. So it's almost like this energy is here to stay. That feeling of being in control of your finances is here to stay. Let's get into career. That's going to be interesting. Let's get into career. Career. Oh, I just saw it. Knight of Wands. You have a newfound sense of energy about you and about your career. A newfound sense of inspiration and excitement when it comes to your career. You have an understanding and a direction become very clear, which direction you're headed in. And then you have the Magician. So you're working on something in and of yourself, and this indicates that your money is kind of linked to it, that you're going to start making your own money, or there's efforts here that you're going to go into long term, and you're not afraid to go into these long term efforts for yourself because you just have more faith in yourself now. But over here in career, I'm telling you that things are starting to take off. Clarity, you've chosen your direction. You're just very rational and unafraid, and you're looking at things very unemotionally but still filled with passion, so you're not letting fears or anxieties get to you. Check this the fuck out. I mean, that's you definitely making your shit happen and manifesting your dreams into reality, and you're going to be most magical later on this week. It's a really magical time. Let's continue the discussion. I'm going to, over in the extended, I'm going to give you the specifics and finish the conclusion of this energy over there. The link is below. I do hope you'll join me. Thank you so much for joining me here. I will talk to you soon.